Let's begin by discussing how we start the process of generating keyword data in the Google Keyword Planner. There are actually three major ways to do it. You can use seed keywords, a landing page URL, or just enter your own keyword list. So method number one, seed keywords. Okay, this is the Google Keyword Planner's initial interface, and right now we're going to focus on this top search box. It is in here where we enter our seed keywords. So what are seed keywords? Recall our example webpage was about the topic how to build a doghouse. So that's a fairly specific niche. And we might start off our SEO project by just using that phrase as our first seed keyword. So the reason they call them seed keywords is because they seed the process. They seed the algorithmic process that the Google app uses to search for other related or congruous keywords. So with a seed keyword like how to build a doghouse, the Google Keyword Planner might return other related phrases like doghouse plans, wooden doghouse, or doghouses for sale, etc. And that's keyword research in a nutshell. You start with an idea, a seed keyword, and you use various tools to help you, quote, branch out from this idea to find new related keywords. Now, the whole process typically works best when you input your seed keywords in related clusters of around 3 to 6 keyword phrases. So for our example doghouse page, I might type in seed keywords like how to build a doghouse, doghouse kits, build an easy doghouse, DIY doghouse. Notice how the niche that these keywords encompass is pretty narrow. These 4 phrases are all quite related to our primary topic, building a doghouse. The mistake that newbies make here is that they tend to either enter way too many keyword phrases or their keywords are just too broad. So here's the thing to realize. When you enter a cluster of broad seed keywords here, you'll get back broad results. So when I enter travel or tourism, these two words do often go hand in hand, but they are quite general concepts when they stand alone like this. Unless you are making a very general topic website about world travel maybe, you'd typically never enter seed keywords like this. Real travel websites tend to focus on a specific city like Paris travel or Paris tourism. So just using travel and tourism is a bit too broad. Now another mistake is to enter highly disjunctive seed keywords like London and table. These two words have seemingly nothing to do with each other. So the Google Keyword Planner will produce highly fractured results. Now typically SEOs enter seed keywords that look more like this. San Francisco florist, San Francisco flower shop. These are pretty specific seed keywords. We're using a region, San Francisco, plus a service, florist or flower shop. Such input will produce quite specific results. But the thing is, when you're doing keyword research, you play a sort of game here. The trick is to do several searches entering various seed keywords that run along this imaginary spectrum. On the left, we have seed keywords that are too disjunctive and broad. Entering disjunctive and broad seed keyword sets will lead to fractured and unpredictable search results. But here's the thing, you might stumble upon a serendipitous keyword. The thing about entering broad seed keywords is you get into kind of a Forrest Gump paradigm. Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get. This is what happens when you put broad, unrelated keywords into the tool. You never know what you're going to get. You might stumble upon an interesting keyword to use on your website. A keyword that comes completely out of the blue, from left field, one that you would have absolutely never thought of before. This happens to me almost every time I use the Keyword Planner. But of course, you also get a lot of completely worthless keywords as well, keywords that have nothing to do with your niche. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we have related and specific seed keywords. These seed keywords will cause the Google Keyword Planner to produce highly focused search results. That's good. But you might be missing some surprisingly juicy keywords because you've narrowed your search so much. Keywords that you would have stumbled upon if your seed keywords were a bit more broad. Now, pragmatically speaking, I find that it's typically best to angle your seed keywords so that they originate from around the right side of the spectrum. It's usually better to be more focused than more broad. But when I'm doing a keyword research project, I will be sure that I occasionally throw some broader terms into the tool just to see what it's going to dig up. You can always remove any keywords you don't want from your final project keyword list anyway, so it doesn't hurt much to check. Okay, moving on to method 2, using a landing page URL. So this is an interesting method to generate keywords. Recall our example webpage was about the topic how to build a doghouse. So one way to decide which keywords to place in your content would be to see which keywords your competitors have in their content. So you just go to Google and type your primary keyword in, how to build a doghouse, and you're basically looking for a competing article that appears to be content rich. So you can give the keyword planner a lot of words to work with. You can see this article from WikiHow about doghouses is pretty good. The article has about 1,200 words in it. So when you paste this URL from WikiHow into this box, then the keyword planner will examine the textual makeup of this page and attempt to derive a keyword set for it. And as you can see, it often does a pretty good job. Okay, number 3, enter your own keyword list. So in this method, there's no searching involved. The Google Keyword Planner will just take whatever keyword list you give it and retrieve the search volume data for the keywords. Pretty simple. Now there is one quirk to understand about this box. This box, as well as the upload a file option, will let you upload over 800 keywords per query, but the tool will only let you download 800 keyword results at a time, meaning that you never want to enter more than 800 words here, because that's all you can get data for. So be aware of that. There's an 800 keyword download limit. Hence, if you need to get data for more than 800 keywords, you have to be sure that you paste in your keywords here in 800 word groups or less. That's why Keyword Researcher has this 800 keyword group explorer box in the app. We'll talk about that more later. But in the next video, we'll run some sample queries through the Google Keyword Planner and show you how to get the most out of the tool.